Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Tobi's Books, where I'm going to continue reviewing my book, Class Dismissed. Guys, if you didn't get a chance to watch part 1 of my video where I reviewed my book, Class Dismissed, click on the card up here where I spoke about taking responsibility for your life in the light of my mum passing away and how that's impacted me over the last 10 years. Now we're going to go on to part 2. Okay, so today I want to review one of the topics in my book, which was the power of forgiveness. In the original book, I gave you a story, and I won't mention the name for security reasons, but I gave a story of when I was in secondary school and I got into a fight with a student 1 year below me, and I had the boy pinned down on the floor. And as I was just about to hit him, yes, I did get into fights in school, and then I stopped after a while. Somebody dragged me off him, and I was really angry and cross at this person. Now, what I need to let you know is that this person who dragged me off this other boy was the strongest boy in the year group. So after that happened, I went and spoke to a friend saying how angry and cross I was regarding what this boy had done. I was trusting that that friend would keep it to himself. Little did I know is that he went and told this boy. I tell you, I was so scared when I found out, because the boy actually came up to me and said, "I heard you said something about me." And my heart was beating. He was the strongest boy in our year group. He'd beaten up most of the boys. He even beat up one time a coach driver. And I knew what was coming. So what did I try to do? I tried to avoid him. So one day I had a music lesson, and my next lesson was geography, and I knew his class was in that geography lesson. So I thought, which way is he going to come out? So I thought, he's going to come out this way. So I decided to go the other way. Lo and behold, he chose to go out the way that I was coming in. And then he said, "Stop there." And I knew what was coming. So what happened is he told 3 boys to surround me, and then they started hitting me. And I knew I couldn't hit them back, because if I did, he was going to jump in. And him hitting me was going to be worse than them hitting me. So I allowed that to happen. But what that created on the inside of me was a sense of anger and actually hatred towards him. I remember he almost got into a fight with another student in our year group who was equally as strong. And I'm going to admit it, on the inside of me, I was wishing they would fight so that he could get beaten up and he would lose. And I've realized something about unforgiveness and holding hatred and bitterness. It was Marianne Williamson who said that unforgiveness is like taking poison and then hoping that the other person will die. And that's what was happening to me at that stage. I was holding unforgiveness on the inside of my heart. And I thought it was hurting him, but actually it was hurting me. And so I needed to go through a process of letting out that anger and all those bitterness and all that pain. So there's 2 steps that I took. One of the steps that I did is to actually pray for that person. Pray for that person? Why would I do that? It's really simple. It's impossible for you to hate somebody and pray for them at the same time. There's something about our heart that just does not allow that to happen. And what started to happen is, as I prayed for him more and more and wished him good luck and goodwill, my anger on the inside, the bitterness and the hatred that I was holding towards him actually left me. And so one of the things I want to say, if there's somebody who's done you wrong, and the truth is every single one of you who are watching this video, there's somebody who's done you wrong, there's somebody who's hurt you. Recently I was with a friend and they told me about somebody who was holding a lot of anger and hatred towards somebody because the person had promised that they'll be with them, they would look after them, but they broke their promise. And the truth is, we've also broken promises in life to other people. But when somebody does it to you, it hurts. It really hurts deep down on the inside, because you've invested something in that friendship, in that relationship. And one of the things I've noticed over the 10 years, it's not people who are far away from you that can really hurt you. It's actually people who are close to you. And when they hurt you, it stings so badly. And we've all been through that. However, we can't stay there. This is another thing about taking responsibility. It's your choice. It's a decision to hold anger, bitterness, and hatred. You don't need to hold that. So one of the things I did is pray for the person. Another thing I've done when somebody's done something which has hurt me is actually to give them a gift. I was with a friend recently and her husband, and she started talking about somebody who didn't like her, who screamed and shouted at her. And I just said, I think you should buy that person a present. And then she looked at me and said, that's exactly what my husband said to me. And then we just started bursting out laughing. And she actually went and brought that person a present. But there's a reason why it's important to buy that person a present. Because once you do that, some of the anger and the bitterness actually leaves your heart. So don't hold on to things with people. Life is too short. When I just reflect back on my mum passing away, one of the things that really impacted me was that life is too short to carry baggage on the inside. Maybe we might not be carrying a physical baggage, but many of you are carrying a baggage on the inside. You're holding on to things which happened 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And to be very honest with you, life is just too short to do that. You need to get that weight off you. Get it off your chest and just move forward in life. Look to your future. You've got great things ahead of you and the best is yet to come. So the second point is the power of forgiveness. Refuse to hold any grudges, any bitterness, any anger or hatred. Pray for the person or give them a gift. And I guarantee you it will have an impact. Don't just do it once. Constantly do it with regards to praying for the person. And I'm not telling you to buy that person a gift every single time. No, but buy them a one-off gift. And trust me, it will help your heart. Okay, the third and final thing I'm going to talk about is who are you hanging with? When I wrote the book 10 years ago, I told the story of 3 friends who I was really close to halfway through year 10 when I was 14 and a half. And we were good friends. And we actually used to go stealing. Yes, I know you can't believe it. I'm a saint. I'm an angel. Yes, I've not always been a saint and an angel. But yeah, we used to go stealing. And one of the things we used to do is we would play football at playtime. And we would come up with a way of stealing money from people's jackets in our secondary school. So we would all play football and people would put their jackets on bags. And so we came up with a plan to get some money. However, at 14 and a half, I stopped being friends with these boys. And once we left secondary school, all 3 of them went to prison. And that point, or that moment, that decision I made to stop hanging around with them had such a massive impact on my life. I remember seeing 2 of them, and one of them, he had gone to prison for the 2nd time, and he just said that life was so challenging simply because once you go into prison, no one wants to give you a second chance. Whilst another one of the boys said to me that he absolutely hated prison. It was the worst experience he had in life. Why am I talking about who you're hanging with? It's simply because your friendship circle is going to determine where you go in life and who you become. One of the things I've determined in 2019 is to hang around with people who are bigger than me, who think bigger than me, who earn more money than me. Because there's a simple principle in life. If you gather friends who are higher than you in life, they're going to raise you up to their level. Your association is so key in life, and I'm seeing that more and more. And I'm choosing to choose friends who have goals, who have dreams, who want to do more, who want to leave a legacy. Not people who whine and gripe and complain about life and tell me all the bad things that's going on, but people who are full of gratitude. I just want to say to you, and it's part of this point, who you hang around with, and also part of taking responsibility. You can't change what gender you are. You can't change your skin color. You can't change your boss. You can't change the prime minister of this country. These are things which have just happened. The only thing you can change is yourself. And I want to be around people who are going further in life. I don't want to complain about life because I realized life is too short. I'm going to make a difference right now. So the third point is, who are you hanging around with? Who's your friendship circle? Who are your 5 closest friends? Because that's going to determine to a large extent where you go in life. Just a quick story. I was watching a video recently on YouTube, and I'm not sure if you know of a model, and he's also a singer called Tyrese. And he was speaking about, for a year, he was living in his own car. Before that, he went back to his local area and he saw some of his old friends, and they were like, yeah, let's go and do this. Let's take the drugs. Let's go and do this and that. And he just said, no, I don't have time for this any longer. He even went to the extreme and he cut certain family members out of his life because that's not where he was going. And he chose to find a new circle of friends. Lo and behold, one of his mentors was Will Smith. And that just lifted him. It elevated him to the next level of his life. And I want to challenge you to find a mentor. Find somebody who will challenge you, who will elevate you to the next level. There are people out there who actually want to help you. Yeah, you might think, help me. Who are they? They are people out there with expertise, skills, and they want to share those expertise and skills with you. So go and find those people. So third point is, who are you hanging around with? Find 5 new friends. Hey guys, thank you for watching another installment of Tobi's Books. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video with 5 friends. It will benefit them. I look forward to the new series next week on business. Hey guys, some of you are wondering, how can you purchase this book? All you simply need is to have a PayPal account and type in the email address tobisbooks@gmail.com and you'll be able to pay for this book. I want to ensure that you get this book, so please write your name and your house address so I can send you a copy once you've paid for it. Thank you.